Wednesday afternoon baseball from Oracle Park here in San Francisco, and the Giants and D-backs, well, they split the first two games, and today it's the final game of the series.
For the Orange and Black, it's going to be Jordan Hicks, who's got a 1-4 record and a 5.82 ERA. His lone win came back in his first start on March 31st in his hometown of Houston. Hicks, in inning number 1, has an ERA of 12.38 with a total of 11 earned runs and just 7 strikeouts.
One out, nobody on. Here is Marte.
Well, Torrey reminded all of us this morning, look, Ketel is still a work in progress, and they have to be patient with him as he comes back from that left hamstring injury. Marte chops it down the line in right, and that ball is gone. Ketel Marte gets the Diamondbacks on the board. Well, that's the way to bust out of a hitless series so far, his 4th of the year.
Yeah, it looked like the only question was fair or foul that time off the bat of Ketel. He was out in front of that pitch just a little bit, but able to keep it fair down that right field line where it's only 309 feet.
Marte, since coming back off the IL, is only now 7 for 36. But 4 of those 7 hits for home runs. Eduardo Rodriguez, the D-backs gave him a big contract. He hasn't lived up to it yet. He was hurt most of last year. Now this season his ERA is close to 7, and he was just pounded in his last start by the Dodgers. 8 runs in 2 2/3 innings.
And Ramos swings and misses. The bat goes flying towards the on-deck circle. And a pretty interesting first out.
It really was. That bat, he wrapped it around his shoulders and threw it almost directly behind him.
Chapman swings and pops it up to shallow right field. Carroll comes in. He'll make the one-handed grab, and that's going to do it for San Francisco.
Now that high throw on what could have been a great play out as the D-backs set up with runners in scoring position.
And Pavin Smith has a double. 2nd and 3rd, no outs to start the 2nd for the Diamondbacks.
Here's Geraldo Perdomo. The infield is in for the Giants.
You know Perdomo is going to put a big league at bat on you. That one rolls through. Suarez will score. Montos has got it in right. They'll stop Pavin. It's an RBI for Perdomo and a 2-0 Diamondback lead. 3 straight hits open up the 2nd.
That's the danger of bringing your infield in early in a ball game. Very tough to have any kind of range when you're playing that close to home plate.
Still no outs. They're on the corners for Alek Thomas. He's hit in 3 of his last 4 games. Alek shoots it through the infield. Pavin will score the 3rd Diamondback run. An RBI single for Alek Thomas. 4 consecutive hits open up the 2nd.
Alex saw Pavin Smith slap one the other way and said, that looks like fun. I think I'll try it.
Or is he trying to give himself up? Takes the base on balls, and they're loaded with no outs. First 5 have reached in the inning. Hicks is in real trouble here. Already down 3-zip. And Corbin Carroll at the plate. He's got 5 homers in his last 10 games.
2-0. Carroll swings a liner, caught by a leaping VR at first, who then dives to the bag and doubles off Herrera. What a play, and did Jordan Hicks need that? David Villar, we're only in the 2nd inning, may have just saved the game for the Giants.
That's a short 2-run double. Maybe clears the bases. Instead, it's 2 out.
You're right, not out of it yet. Marte gets a hit here, and 2 more runs could score. 3-2 pitch, and he swings and misses. Struck him out with a splitter. And Jordan Hicks, while he gives up 2 in the inning, it could have been much, much worse.
He's trying to keep it out of the middle of the plate, but he's walked 2 in the inning, and the Giants have the bases full.
So here we go. Christian Koss, just as he did yesterday in the bottom of the 2nd, will come to the plate with the bases loaded and the Giants down 3-0.
And he flares one to right, and that's a base hit. They're going to go for a play at 3rd. A run comes in. It's 3-1.
Not a grand slam, but Christian Koss again delivers with the bases loaded, and it's now a 3-1 game.
He's the guy you want up right now. This is the guy who's been the hottest Giant here the last week and a half.
2-2 pitch. Ramos swings and hits a high fly ball into right. Room out there for Carroll, battling the wind as he backs up and now makes the catch. Couple of runners will tag, though. Huff scores on the play, so give Elliot Ramos an RBI, a sacrifice fly, and now the Giants only trail 3-2.
Brings up Wilmer Flores. Wilmer singled his first time up today.
Swung on, popped up. Foul territory, first base side. This is a tough play for Pavin. He's backpedaling, and he holds on on, makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. They just toppled over, and fortunately, that's going to do it for San Francisco in the second.
And a couple of hits open up the Diamondback third inning. Bob Melvin's seen enough. It is not Hicks's day. He will not get an out in the third, and the Giants will have to go to their bullpen.
The Giants are going to, I think, look for Birdsong to go multiple innings here. They'll face Suarez, runners at first and third, nobody out.
Gino cranks it high in the air, way back and gone. Eugenio Suarez, a 3-run homer, and it's 6-2. That's Gino's 13th.
This one all Gino. He's able to get to a 96-mile-an-hour fastball down and in and gets all the barrel to it. Hits at 105 miles an hour out to left.
When he gets hot, the home runs come in bunches. Corbin's got 14. Big love for Gino. He's got 13. And the Diamondbacks have a 6-2 lead.
So the first hit today for Corbin Carroll.
Finds a hole in right center field, and that's a one-out single.
Marte homered his first time up. Marte slams one deep to right center, and Ketel Marte has got another one. He homered in the first, another one in the fourth. That's his 5th of the year. And the Diamondbacks have broken this thing wide open.
Wow, that ball was hit really hard. His first home run was right down that right field line. More of a line drive home run. This is a towering blast to right center.
Ketel Marte's figuring things out. Matos at second, the yard first. Big out to get for Eduardo here. Elliot Ramos in the leadoff spot. Drove in a run with a sac fly his last time up. Giants can get back in the game with one swing here.
There's a line drive over third, a fair ball. That'll kick around in the corner. Matos has scored. VR being waved around third. He's heading home, and he'll score standing. Elliot Ramos with a 2-out, 2-run double. Giants needed that, and now it's 8-4.
He worked the count in his favor and delivers.
And all of a sudden, we got a ball game.
That's 2 hits today for Wilmer Flores. Good start to the bottom of the 7th for the Giants.
All right, put your rally hats on. Here we go.
They need to get something here in this bottom of the 7th. Quiet day so far for Jung-Hoo, 0 for 3. Lee with a home run yesterday, 3 for 12 in the series.
Hammered to right. Hit well. Out of here.
A home run, Jung-Hoo Lee. His second homer in as many days. And this one a 2-run blast. Gets the Giants back within 2. It's 8-6.
Just like last night, Jung-Hoo Lee delivers big time. 102 miles an hour, 393 into right center field. And we got a ball game, 8-6.
And the Giants bring in a new pitcher. Eric Miller comes on to face the middle part of this Arizona lineup. Otis Gurriel Jr. will lead off, and on the first pitch, he swings, rolls it weakly to third, charging Chapman, scoops it up, throws to first in time.
Slow roller to third. The last hop was on the dirt, a short hop that he trapped into his glove, throws it off the wrong foot, a bullet right on the money.
Taylor swings. He pops this one up on the foul side of home plate, and Chapman calls off his catcher. The two nearly collide. Not exactly a masterclass of defense, those last 2 swings by Naylor, but the out is recorded. And now 2 down for Suarez.
As he swings, grounds it to third. This much more routine. Chapman fields it, and his throw on to first in time. Out number 3. Busy inning over there at third for Matt Chapman.
If Koss reaches here, you bring Ramos up there as the tying run. This is in with a fastball. That's exactly what they've done. Here comes Ramos, a big swinger in the leadoff spot. A sac fly for a run in the second, a 2-run double in the fourth.
The 1-1. Ramos swings, bounces it to third. It's gloved in fair ground. Behind the bag by Suarez. Long throw to first, not in time. Koss, though, is off the bag at second. He's hurt. And the D-backs throw behind him, and Koss has been tagged out.
Well, that's interference.
So Bob Melvin's going to come out and find out the health of his player.
I mean, that's absolutely interference.
I think they're gonna keep this inning going here. Torey Lovullo's coming out to talk to Mark Ripperger. The crew chief is the first base umpire. I mean, that sure looked like the very definition of obstruction. Cost them not only an out, but an out to end the inning.
Lovullo in total disbelief, now pointing at the different umpires, including crew chief Mark Ripperger. And it looks like Lovullo's soon to be ejected. There it is.
Torey Lovullo pointing at all 4 umpires. He's throwing them all out of the game. And he is hot. Mark Ripperger is pleading his case. Torey, what do you want us to do? That's obstruction. And Torey's making a counterpoint. Now he's been thrown out of the game.
So I think the result out of all of this is nobody's happy. The D-backs are unhappy because they believe the inning should be over. Giants are unhappy because of the placement of the runners. So here we go. Wilmer Flores with runners at first and second, 2 outs.
The go-ahead run at the plate. 2-0 popped up. It's on the infield. First baseman Pavin Smith coming down. Jose Herrera, the catcher, will make the catch in front of home plate. And after all that, the dust settles and no runs score. The Giants strand 2.
Shelby closed out Monday's 2-1 win. Got the final 3 outs in the 9th on just 9 pitches. Now he gets the heart of the order here.
Up the middle. And a base hit. Off the glove of Perdomo, and there's life.
And now Willie Adames will bat as the possible tying run. He swings and drives it out to deep center. Hit well. Thomas back. It is over his head. Bounces off the warning track and up over the fence for an automatic double. Chapman will have to stop at third. He was going to score, although the meaningful run here for the Giants is Adames at second, where the possible tying runs are now in scoring position with only the 1 out. The payoff pitch, Bailey takes, outside, ball 4. And so Mike Yastrzemski is going to hit here with the bases loaded.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 4-seam fastball in too tight. And now the Giants down to their final out.
And now it will be Lamont Wade Jr.
What a game. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded, everybody moving on the pitch, everybody on their feet here at Oracle Park. Let's go.
It all comes down to this. Outside, ball 4. Wade draws the bases loaded walk. Chapman scores, and now it's an 8-7 game. Haas, who had the big hit, the grand slam here last night, has an RBI single with the bases loaded today. Here he is again. So from 0-2 to 2-2. Christian Koss having a big series, 6 RBIs in the 3 games. Can he do it again?
Fly ball, short right center. Who's going to get there? Alec Thomas has it. Shelby Miller walks the high wire and leaves them loaded. And the Diamondbacks hang on. 8-7. They take 2 of 3 in San Francisco.